So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I heard that uh that that Netflix television series Tokyo whatever um what
Tokyo.
was
Was
what was
it
it called?
Oh, I think you're talking about HBO Tokyo Vice.
Hey, Tokyo Vice, was that HBO?
Yeah, that was HBO.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Yeah, it was really good. My friend saw it. The two seasons are really great. It got canceled, like
Oh,
2 years ago. I think it was when the last season came out. Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, speaking of 80s movies. Hello everyone. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. Just classic MCU. Just like right boom boom, bam bam, discussion we have. I'm your moderator, Andreas Diaz. Welcome back. This is Andreas Pop Culture Talk. This is my channel. If you know my channel, we do old movie reviews and some TV stuff, depending on the subject matter. So tonight I have two great special guest hosts. Let me first introduce Bird from the room upstairs again.
what
Pod,
up?
how you doing, sir? Welcome back.
Doing good. Always good to be here. Just
Yes,
me, obviously, just me.
just
I
yeah. It's
wanted I
just
wanted to have my kid here with, but he didn't get a chance to watch the movie with me, so it's just
oh
me.
yeah. He's a great host.
Oh
He's
man, he's
great.
he's awesome. And
Yeah.
obviously I'm biased, but man, that
Yes.
kid can think through some stuff, and he's got some good stuff to say.
Yeah. He was great in the one time he was here in the channel, the Golden Eye panel.
Oh yeah,
So yeah. So it was really cool. I mean, for first experience for a Bond film, it was worth it.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking your time. It's a big deal. I will, discuss later. This movie is very like personal connection to my dad.
okay.
He liked this film, or he liked the song from the soundtrack from the film called "Sweet Freedom" by Michael McDonald. We'll
Yeah,
discuss.
I respect that. I respect that from your dad because, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, for his generation, you know what I mean? Like, this
Yes.
was probably a really dope film for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, and I get that. I dig that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I, it was it was no accident actually. When I just it was kind of funny when we were trying to schedule this movie with you, Bird. It was funny. Today is actually his birthday, and
oh
so
wow,
I was kind of happy. We had this.
yeah,
Yeah, he was born in '68, and he grew up with the '70s and '80s, and obviously he's seen these kind of movies. He was very into the action and Hong Kong and all those like the traditional Seminole action films that got me into like Arnold and Stallone and all that, and then later on just State and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to do this movie because of him, and I it was kind of like just luck from schedule with you that it just dropped.
it worked out.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome, man. Well, it's an honor then.
yeah.
We won't trash you too much.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I
Jeff's like, nah, speak for
no, no,
yourself.
no. We're going to be honest here, and let's do a Red Robin, and I posted out my retrospective slash review on this movie. If you can check it out on my channel, I made like 5 movie reviews, and for this movie, it's a fun movie, but it's not doing anything special, and that's where I gotta kind of agree with Jeff here. you know, it's not like 48 hours, what me and Jeff review like many times, like ago, or it's not like Lethal Weapon. It's a very you know average buddy cop film, that has good performances, but it's very predictable. If you've seen those kind of movies, at that time, growing up, whatnot. L- Let me start. Let me stick with you, Bird. What are your thoughts on this film? This is your first time seeing this film. Go ahead.
Yeah,
The floor
yeah.
is
This is
yours.
this is the first time I've never even heard of this movie until you brought it up. Um, I really haven't watched a whole lot of Billy Crystal movies just in general.
Mm,
Um, so when you were like, "Yeah, it's Billy Crystal," I was like, "All right, I guess I'll check it out. I'm down to check out a new movie." Um, and um, this really feels like we have something that we call a Joe pick on our show,
hmm
which is like kind of an obscure movie because our buddy Joe, one of our co-hosts too, he watches a lot of just obscure. They were on channel 13 or something, and he just happens to watch them, and he's like, "Hey, we should check out this movie." So we call it the Joe pick, and this one felt a lot like one of those Joe picks where
Joe picks.
not a lot of people know about it, but they're pretty good. They're not bad watches, and that's how I felt about it. It wasn't, just like you said, it wasn't anything special, and I was actually telling my kid about it too. It wasn't reinventing the wheel or anything, but what it really had going for it was two leads.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. I have to be honest, like this is my first time watching this movie too. Like, because like I just knew this movie because of my dad. Because you know, it's kind of weird. Like, he always brings up the song. He always, every time we always usually do is like we watch like Jeff always brings this up. Like, you always watch scenes of clips on YouTube. That's how he always show me these movies that he saw, like you were saying, for obscure things that I haven't heard of, like, you know, like, this movie, like, I remember when they did the montage of them taking the drug dealer's car to, like, stir up his, patience and whatnot. And, using that song that was playing, like, I remember that scene because he showed me that in the YouTube clip when, we were, just hanging out in the living room and whatnot. And, he always brings up the song, The Street Freedom, from Michael McDonald, which he was playing when they were at, the Miami spot when they were like having fun and they were like, getting the chicks and, starting to
That's
get
the song.
Yeah, that's the song. I was like, oh, this is the song my dad like. I was like, it's been a while I heard that song. I was like, oh, wow. But yeah, I had, it's weird because this movie's between 48 Hours that came out in 82, which kind of, formulates the body comp film. And this is like 1 year after Lethal Weapon comes out in 87, which that really like cements the body comp film and like the formula we see later, like the Other Guys, the Rush Hour films, Bad Boys, those type of films, because that movie was big in the 80s, and made sequels, and so this one's like sits in the middle, where it's like, okay, it kind of gets there, but there's just like a couple things that it doesn't have, like the other films that I just brought up that has like that, I don't know, weird special thing, despite their cop films,
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff, your opinion on the film, sir? It's your first time watching it, which it seems like it.
I mean, it's like you said, it's very predictable, like, nothing, there's nothing going on that's all that, surprising or like suspenseful really or anything like that. I mean, it's, like a standard, Billy and Gregory Hines sort of like film, what you kind of expect from them, like together, what I'm saying, like, they have like a certain comedic,
Beat. Yeah.
like delivery that they always kind of like that comes with them, you know what I mean? And so I feel like they very much, like Bird said, they very much carry the whole film, and power the whole film, and I mean, that works, for this film, it's for what its goal is, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of 80s buddy cop films that I like better than this one, this is just not my favorite one, out of the many that have been made in the 80s, so yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong, nothing against Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, they were pretty good in this movie, nothing against them, but yeah, I mean, it's an okay film, Andres. It's just okay.
Yeah, No, I agree you. I'm like the same boat as you guys. Like, it's my first time watching this. I kind of agree. Like, I would watch 48 Hours over this movie, to be honest. Like, I mean, of course, it has Eddie Murphy and like Nick Holt. The actor. That chemistry
Nick
is really great.
Nolte.
Nick Nolte, thank you. Sorry. Oh my god, it's been a while. I remember that actor.
You think it's Superman?
Oh yeah, that is true. um, but yeah, and then of course Lethal Weapon. Obviously that's the big movie I'm thinking about. Like, come on, like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover is so perfect for each other, and the action in those movies are so crazy. They're so amazing. It's like, you know, like with these movies, they're like, okay, they there's sensible action, but it's not as like big or spectacle like the '80s ones. And I kind of agree with you, Bird. You brought up like, you know, I know these actors, but I haven't seen any of their work. Like Peter Crystal is the only one I seen some of his work.
Hmm.
Like of course he voiced what is it?
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Society from Mustard Inc. And I was talking this to Jeff, that, and then of course Harry meets Sally, and
Mm.
and obviously he hosts a couple of the Oscars during the '90s up to the mid 2000s and whatnot. So, and their comedy style is like completely different from like your favorite ones. Like I brought up Eddie Murphy or whoever, Chris Tucker, it's like,
Hmm.
their humor is not like my cup of tea. And so, but it was fine here in this movie. I like the humor. It's just like acquired taste if you like it or not. But all right, so let's get into like just very quick recap and kind of go in depth like some of the funny scenes and stuff like that. So like we get introduced to these officers, Ray Hughes and Danny Costanza. By the way, the Billy Crystal's character, when his last name was brought up, Costanza, I was just thinking about George Costanza from Sci-Film. I
I
was
kept
like,
thinking that.
yeah, it's like I was like, wait a minute, we're in Sci-Film now. It's like Serenity now. It's like after trying to be a salesperson for computers. Anyway, that's a deep cut for Seinfeld, folks. Sorry about that. I just like think about that, and I saw a clip where Frank decides to cook again after the war. He accidentally poisoned his soldiers, but over seasoning the meat and whatnot he did for the Korean War. But anyway, that's deep cut Seinfeld stuff. I'm sorry. So we meet Ray and Danny, these two officers working in the Chicago North Side, and one of these is kind of weird with these two is like unlike the buddy comp formula, right? You got the straight man, and then you got the one that's kind of crazy or the comedic one, right?
Mhm.
Like 40 Hours, it's like Eddie Murphy was the conky, like street smart person, and like he was funny. And then Nick from the 48 was like the straightforward, like serious
Right.
one. Like, and same thing with Lethal Weapon, where like Mel was the really hinge crazy comp, and then you got Danny, who was like the family, all
It's getting too old for this.
yeah, getting too old for this shit, and they were getting too old for this shit, but too early. I was like, this movie is inspirational for Lethal Weapon. It's like we're getting too old for this shit, And I'm like, I guess you were working for 16 years. You look, you look pretty fine. So, so, and apparently they're known for their wisecracking demeanors and their this is funny in the Wikipedia. The unorthodox police methods, which is true. They really cross the line where they like just go for very much Batman level of interrogation and trickery to get what they want from their enemies or criminals that to get results from their various cases, right?
Yeah.
And throughout this film, they you know when we first meet them in like basketball court, they see this up and comer drug dealer named Julie Gonzalez, played by the guy from the Star Wars films that played the
Yeah.
you know um the was it Leia's father, Jimmy Smits.
Hmm.
He's from he was in Westworld. He was
He
in
was
what?
on ER back in the day.
Yes, he was he in ER? Hold on.
Yep.
Yes, I think he's in ER. Yeah, he was in NYPD Blue.
Oh, that's right. He was on NYPD Blue for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, as the partner, and he was in Sons of Anarchy. He was in Dexter.
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. And the last time we saw him was in Obi-Wan Kenobi when he was Senator Bela Organa, and he was in Andor season 2 because of schedule conflicts. So they brought
Right.
in another actor, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the other famous '90s actor. Who he was in like he was in the early season of Law and Order. He was in the Catwoman movie, really
Yeah.
badly.
I want to say Lou Diamond Phillips, but it's not Lou Diamond Phillips. It's Benjamin Pratt.
Yeah, Benjamin Pratt. Yeah, that's who he is. Again, great actor.
It was a good replacement.
Yeah, he was a good replacement. I mean, it was in the early timeline, so it made kind of sense, especially you kind of want him to be older later on when we get to New Hope and all that. So they see the enemy, right? And they discover he's like released from jail. And after arresting one of the associates named Snake, who's played by Joe Pantaniello, which was kind of crazy to realize.
Joey Pants.
Yeah, Joe Pants is here. He plays the criminal Snake. And so they convince him to wear wire to like get necessary evidence to like get Gonzalez away, right? And they approach the meeting place, cargo ship, where they find Gonzalez has acquired a large store of submission guns. By the way, this was not. Yes, I picked this movie, but I didn't expect Colombia being part of the story. So he's Colombia drug lord. 101. So he's bringing these some machine guns from Colombia, apparently. Well, drugs. Later on in the film, and Snake, sets up the detectives like they got captured by the drug dealer. However, deploying the detectives to rush in by acting as if Gonzalez was preparing to kill him. And Gonzalez reveals his ambitions to be the Spanish Godfather of Chicago. Okay, sure. Everyone wants to be the Spanish Godfather, I guess. But he chastised Snake for letting the detectives get close, and so Snake gets shot, and the pair, as though they would be killed, but they get discovered that there's two undercover detectives, which we get, Quentin's later on in the film because they become a major part in the film, and they arrest these two other people that were in the gun battle, but Denny and Ray capture Gonzalez. So let me stop there and kind of start with you, Bird. What do you thought about this opening here? We get introduced with the characters and then the main villain, and then the whole the cargo ship battle, and that's the end point. So go ahead.
Yeah. Did they arrest him at that point, or did he get away?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they
after
did arrest him?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, and he. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
he got let go because they didn't have evidence.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, if you didn't know you were watching an 80s movie, it right off the bat lets you know that you're watching an 80s movie. It starts with like this heavy synth bass, and it just goes into this like total 80s song. It's really funny. But yeah, the Wolfman is in it too. Uncle Rico. I saw it. I was like, man, that is him. A lot of actors I wasn't expecting in this movie, but yeah, it's man, it's all over the place, dude. Like, I wasn't sure what was happening in this whole section. Like they introduced us to the two main characters. They're witty, they're bantery, they're kind of go against the rules. They're fun characters to watch. But the way that they structure the movie, and it's not apparent in this first section that we're talking about, but
Mhm.
as we go on, it becomes apparent that it's just kind of all over the place. Uh, but yeah, we were introduced to these characters, and like, at least like they did a pretty good job in letting us know who they are and like their dynamic and everything, which was fun. Um, the way that they got Snake and Billy Crystal is Ray, right? He
Yeah.
goes out into the balcony. He's like, "Hey, there's a guy here with $50,000. Make sure you keep him safe. Don't let anybody come in here," just to get Snake to do what they want. I mean, they were pulling some tricks to manipulate their target, which was
Yeah.
fun to watch. Um, and yeah, it turned out that he was kind of turning on them and because he wore the wire, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up turning them in. And then another twist when Snake gets shot, like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, brutal.
um, and yeah, and then you get the two undercover cops that show up, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, what's happening right here? Um, and it's almost like it's already the end of the movie because they captured the main guy, which is funny because it's kind of even an origin story for this Jimmy Smith's Julio character, right? Like
Mhm.
he's a criminal, but he's trying to be more like he's trying to step up his game.
Yeah.
And these two guys are the ones that are like messing him up. So it's almost superhero-ish in that sense, like a street level superhero movie. Um, but yeah, like they capture him, so it's like, wait, what happened? So it's over now? Like it's 20 minutes and the movie's done? Like what's going on here? So it's kind of funny just trying to figure out what's going on in this movie in this first section. And I feel like the rest of it was kind of the same way, where it was like, wait, did we just win? Did we win now? Um,
I mean, they
but then
have
it just
all the
keeps going.
evidence. Yeah. Yeah.
But at the very least, again, like it was entertaining because the two leads have such good chemistry with each other. I thought their characters were really fun to watch.
Yeah, I agreed. Yeah, when we get into like the criticisms, I feel like the plot is so like loosey loosey.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're so obsessed with this one criminal, and it's
Yeah.
like why this one? Like they have a history with him, but like they don't really explain like what he did. Like why they're so obsessed with this one drug dealer they busted like a long time ago. And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a lot of like you think the gun shipment should be the thing that get him like jail, like that's enough evidence, but
Yeah.
kind of weird, it's not like 21 Jump Street where like the reason they released that villain was because he didn't properly say the Miranda rights, and like here it's like
Oh, yeah.
they like it's like okay, I get why they like go that villain, but here it's like I like also like I don't know how much
He shot a guy in front of
yeah,
them.
yeah, like I don't know like how much more you want to get this guy to be arrested. So it
Mm-hmm.
was like funny. Just a note, and I know you guys caught this. Ray, who's played by Hines, Danny is played by Crystal. Ray was drinking. I thought he was drinking alcohol, but then one of the homeless people, like saw the alcohol there, and they picked up and they spit
Yeah.
it because it was Pepsi. It
Yeah.
was soda. I
Yeah.
laughed part of that. I just want to bring that up. That was a funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I did see
you know,
that.
Yeah, that's pretty set up.
They do
Uh,
that later on too, near the end
oh
when
yes,
when they're in the bar and
bar.
the two upcoming detectives come up to them.
Yeah. They was it like he.
They're drinking like non-alcoholic drinks.
No, yes, that is true. They're
Yeah.
funny people.
And that's
yeah.
how they figured out that they were up to something.
Yeah, because they drink hard. When we see the montage of them,
Right.
very happy and all that.
Hey, they're
Um,
responsible, man. They're cops, right? They got to be responsible.
yeah. Hey, his wife was in danger, so he cannot drink at that moment. Perfect. Jeff, any thoughts on this opening?
I mean, I don't really. What's there really to say? I mean, I mean, it's Billy Crystal, like buddy cop, deal, and they go around and do buddy cop stuff together, and you know, Billy, delivers his comedy, you know what I'm saying, and
Mhm.
Gregory Hines does his thing, you know what I'm saying, and they throw in little side characters like his ex-wife in there, just to like, give you some flavor, like or whatever, and
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, there's really not a whole lot really going on. I mean, you got that the captain of the police or whatever. Is I like that actor.
Yeah.
He's cool. I like him. But besides that, I mean, honestly, no, that's pretty much it, sir. I don't really have much to opine on this opening.
Yeah, it's nothing special about it. It's like you're getting to know your characters, as Bird said before, and you're seeing them just doing their usual stick, or seeing their very professional way of doing their business. Like the fact that they brought Snake into Billy Crystal's funeral to
Yeah.
his aunt was kind of funny. Like
Yep.
I was like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, the Snake was like hitting on the wife, like ex-wife, and it was like,
Yeah, it's just that whole thing is funny because he's going along with it. He's like, I guess I'm gonna go, and
you
but he's
go,
also
yeah,
trying to escape.
escape.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
whole thing was funny.
yeah, that part was like another funny part about that beginning part. And then they got robbed like immediately after the funeral, which was funny.
Yes.
And then they like they act so naturally. They were not worried about their lives. They were like,
Hmm.
"Oh, we want our wallets back because we have our badges." And they were like,
Right.
"Wow, it was funny."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that one
Yeah,
was
that
kind
was
of
that was a good scene too.
yeah. They have their moments.
Right.
Yeah, and and Shepherd of the Captain, Dan, was it Hetty? Is this his name? He's a great actor. I didn't expect him to be the captain. He was in The Usual Suspects. He was in the funny movie, The Night at Roxbury. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's the Will Ferrell movie,
Hmm.
where they like always they wanted to get into this like high end clubs and whatnot. Um, that's how What Is Love, the famous '90s song, got so
Yeah.
popular because it's connected to that. He's really great. He's in the first Adams Family movie.
That's
As the main
right.
villain.
That's right. He's like the lawyer or something, right? He
Yeah, he's the lawyer. And,
sword
like
fights
search for
Gomez.
Gomez. Yeah, and we did review one of the '80s movies he's in, Commando. He's one of the main villains in that.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's good in that. I love him in that
Yeah,
one.
no, he's another good actor that I wasn't expecting to be in this movie. Like I say, it was is the Wolfman, Joey Pants, this dude.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, the deck comp that like was called Frank. He's the actor from Scarface. He's the friend Manny for Tony Montana in Scarface. But a lot of people know him from the Breaking Bad universe, where he's one of the drug dealers. That
which guy?
uh the well, I I don't know, like I didn't see his face. The this the cop that got murdered, and like he like was it dropped to the floor and he had no shoes when they leave.
Oh,
It's before the funeral,
okay.
and
The one
apparently,
that the one that jumped.
yeah, the one was jumped. That's played by the actor that played Manny from
Oh, that's
Scarface.
funny. He didn't
Yeah,
even show his face.
yeah, it was weird. Like I was looking at my notes and I was like, what? I didn't see his face. It was so weird. Anyway, just need to bring that up. And of course, we brought up Joe Plantinelli. Of course, it's not going to be his last time to be in a buddy cop film. He does play a captain in the Bad Boys movies. He's good in that. So it's very funny. All right, let's get into the next section here. So like, that's what I mean. Like, it's so weird with the captain. Like, so after they get back to the station, right? They expect to be praised, but then instead the captain, does the usual buddy cop thing, like chastised them because of their sloppy work. Because as revealed by the Snake Wire, they and they like it seemed like they were going to get killed by the I don't know, like what was the reason, like that they were not making official that they were arresting them, and like because they think they were undercover or whatnot. I didn't understand that. I thought that was a weird like just excuse for them to go on vacation, and so the captain orders them to take vacation. They go into the Key West, uh, where that's in Florida, and so the pair develop fondness for the laid back and enjoyable atmosphere there in the Key West, and then like especially Danny begins to question their career choice before they left for the vacation. So Danny, we brought up the aunt. So apparently, uh, here was a funny scene where he asks Ray to like pretend to be him for the lawyer because he thinks it was like connected to his ex-wife or whatnot, but in reality, it was for his aunt. His aunt left him a huge sum of money to like inherit it, which was funny, and it was funny when he saw like, oh, I'm rich. You tell me I got rich. It's like, yeah, you got rich. You got your money now, and yeah. So after they leave and then he starts to question his career. That's where this idea, the discussing the life after being cops. And so they decide they want to retire early and open a bar. And this is where we get the montage of like them doing their usual stick, having hook up girls, drinking beer, and then and we discussed this before air, the weird like 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 summer
Gay.
clothes, gay, the gay, yeah, so yeah,
Just
I
like
guess.
I'll see it. I'll see it.
Yeah, the gay stuff in the bag, and then this part killed me. It was like they were rolling in the bag. They were like escape. Like I was like, what the hell?
Oh, when
Seeing
the
it,
dude was with the girl.
well, no, it was before that. Like they were rolling skating
Oh,
with
roller
each
skating.
other
Oh,
when
yeah.
they were coming out from the bank. It was like, what are you doing? You're in a bank.
Yeah.
Like,
For real.
yeah, for real. And how they got so good at rolling skating. Like I cannot do that in the first try. Like I anyway, I want to stop there because I think there's too much to unpack. Like I don't know. Jeff, you have anything to say about this mixed section of them deciding to retire and open a bar?
I mean, it's like seriously fucking classic, like Florida retro Florida, like throwback, like I love the cut off midriff shirts,
Yeah,
like
sure.
that's my favorite.
Oh
I'm
my
telling
God.
you, I gotta get one of those for myself, bro. Because I want one.
Oh God.
I'm gonna cut off my shirt, so it's only just half.
Just half, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I can be like Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what's going on with like Billy Crystal and his ex-wife in the movie? Like,
I don't know.
does he still like her or something? Like
Well,
what
yeah.
the fuck is going on with that relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like
It's this cliche thing where like
are they allowed to get divorced or something? Like
no,
like
they're divorced now. That's the weird thing. They're divorced now, and yeah, they're
Were they
divorced.
divorced or were they separated?
No, they got divorced because
They
she
got
brings
divorced?
in. I don't remember this.
She was about to get married, so they had to have been
Yeah.
divorced.
Yeah, they already been divorced. She's getting
Okay.
married by a dentist, by the way. That's really specific.
Which is weird. Because
Like
they're making fun of it like dentists. Like
dentist. Yeah.
that's
what
a
are you
weird
talking
thing
about?
to make fun of.
a good job to have, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna marry a dentist? Ooh, like,
Yeah.
okay, that's good for you. You found somebody good.
Yeah. It could have been where she was like dating like a bus driver or like
Yeah.
a cook or something. Well, no, a cook could be good, but like I don't know, like why a dentist? Why we're making fun of a dentist? I don't know. That was funny and weird. Like we're making fun of this. Like
I don't know. I'm just saying their whole relationship is just kind of weird. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things with this movie is that it like touched on a lot of tropes from the 80s, but it really didn't
Mhm.
expand on them because it did the whole thing with
It has
with-
like that weird divorce trope from the '80s where it's like you're
Yeah.
divorced, but like you're not allowed to be divorced. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you gotta like
Die Hard.
you gotta like
Hard did
still
it, right?
want to be with your ex-wife or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like you gotta like fight forever or whatever for your relationship or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it had that.
That whole
It
trope.
had I mean, a bunch of stuff in it, but there was no real depth behind any of it, which is why it turned out to be just kind of a mid type movie.
Yeah. I like you brought up Die Hard. Yeah, because like at least Die Hard, you saw like an evolution with the McClane, the White's relationship. Like, okay, they were trying to get back, and then by the third film, like they're in like a completely like off, like they really separated. He like because in the first movie, I didn't notice this, but he was from New York, and so when you got to the third movie, he's like, oh, he's not in L.A. like in Die Hard 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this movie is like I don't understand yeah, like he has feelings for her still, and like like just the way his partner teased him is like you still have feelings for him. Like why are you being so like a baby about it? It's like just
Yeah.
go back to her. It's like you have feelings for her. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, weird '80s trope thing. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, and the partner played like the more player type guy, right?
yes,
He was sleeping around and stuff, and
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Oh my god, him with like trying to get her boyfriend arrested is the best thing.
that's
Like
so
thinking
funny.
so funny. Just like he's like trying to hook her up by like just getting her boyfriend get in trouble.
Yeah. Which, come on, like that girl needs to just break up with the dude, and then that's that. But like they're doing all these sneaky things. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah. That was funny. Yeah. At least like we had some couple good naked bodies. In this, I just
Another 80s thing that they just had to
There was
do, like,
one good nude scene, yeah.
yeah, twice. I mean, I was like, whoa, all right, okay,
there's no
yeah,
reason for it. They're just like, yeah, you know what? It's
yeah.
1986. Let's do it.
Just do it. Yeah. I was like, wow. Oh my god. And it was funny, he has his like when what was it? Danny goes into his apartment to give him the donuts. And by the way, he cannot say croissant. Like that was weird. Like you cannot say croissant. This is a weird way you could
Yeah.
he has his bike, was it his police cop,
Mhm.
motorcycle in the apartment, which was kind of crazy. Um but yeah, very funny. I mean, it's just the cliche thing, like, oh, they don't like each other, but they're gonna get back together. It's just that, and also you need the stakes to be high. So I was kind of not surprised that we had the wife there, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it feels like that part always felt like the mocking of the dentist is like very Michael Bay. Like that's something I can see Michael Bay like make fun of. Like he makes fun of everything in these movies. Like he hates people, he hates police authority, except for like for some reason, except for the soldiers, the army, but
Uh-huh.
every authority he hates. Like
Yeah, he gets out his aggression by blowing things up.
yeah, and like invade foreign countries like Cuba and Bad Boys too. Like I'm like, whoa, you're invading Cuba. Oh man. Anyway, it'd be funny if we review Bad Boys too. That movie's insane.
Yeah.
Like we crossed the line. Like we torment this like this poor teenage boy who thankfully he goes into the army and become a badass in the sequels, I have to say. Um, but we- and then they make fun of the corpses. Oh my god. Anyway, we're losing track. Anyway, that's how much I care about this movie. All right. So after that, I guess we call it like like realization or like spiritual awakening or something like that. They go back to Chicago, and like you could definitely tell it's Chicago. They informed their captain of their detentions, which was funny. And I like his response. It's like, really, you're gonna retire? Like you can't, what are you gonna do yourselves? Like the blood, the actions is all you want. So they find out their good friend Gonzalez has been released and is free on bail, and and so they vowed before they leave to capture Gonzalez and before retiring. So this is their mission. So this is where I'm like, okay, they're really obsessed for this, and they're being very racist too. I can see like the reason they're against this. this poor Latino drug dealer. Like he's
Yeah.
just trying to be a Spanish Godfather, in Chicago. Um, so
There
they,
was some borderline racist stuff in there.
yeah, which I mean, it's kind of expected in the '80s.
Yeah, yeah.
We were very you know very don't care about our relations with other countries,
Right.
their feelings. I mean, I brought up Bad Boys too. Like we invaded Cuba for like for good reasons, and didn't consider any diplomatic reasons to get Martin Lawrence's sister back in the safe way. Anyway,
Mhm.
but so yeah, so they tried to so like here this is where it's kind of funny. They tried to get Gonzalez by being careful this time in the process, but at the same time they're just making more trouble with uh, with this like careful process, and like especially this scene where they're trying to arrest him. They get invade like first that they strip their pants down, which is funny because after they say, uh, we call you for backup. You didn't need to bring all the police officers to see that. That was funny. And oh my god, their car gets total, like by the kids, and all that. Uh, then what else happened? Oh yeah, because he steals their car, right? And then as after that, they what's it they requested for bulletproof vests, which they never considered before, which was hilarious because to add insult to injury, the captain assigns them for additional tasks for training their replacements before they go, which is the detectives that were undercover, called Anthony and Frank. So these two detectives, and so oh, so that's so no, no. Frank is the detective. That's the one from the Scarface film that plays Manny. That he's one of the detectives because he actually has a beard, and he has long hair and long beard. That's
Okay.
who he is. I'm talking about. Who?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that is from Scarface. Because he doesn't. Because he usually looks clean and shaving. Like he doesn't usually have like full on hair like me right
Mhm.
now. Uh, or like has lush hair
Yeah, yeah.
like an angel or a bodyguard. Um, yeah, so I just realized now, no, 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 that's not the guy from the
And
the
that makes more sense that they would
yeah.
use him there than just a body on the ground.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I didn't recognize him. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's the cop that they tease because throughout the film they don't like him, they don't like them, because they
They're the rookies.
yeah, they're the rookies, right? And uh, I think one of them shot, um, was it
Yeah.
Danny,
Hmm.
and which was a funny scene because he's like, oh, I got really shot, and it's like you're fine, and then I think he asked what his friend Ray like, what shoot me first, or I will shoot for you, or I don't know, something like that. It was very funny. I now messed up the joke there, but anyway, they, but they still tease them. They try to like one up each other by like trying to still capture Gonzalez, and so after the, you know after one of the officers who saved them from being killed in the Gonzalez bus, Logan wants them to replace Ray and Denny as the best of the worst in the force. So let me stop there. Yeah, this Wikipedia is like it's really telling how simple this movie is. So just get back to you, Bird. What do you thought of this section of them trying to like capture Gonzalez and and tried to train the rookies and all that? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's part of the clunkiness of the movie how they put it
Yeah,
together. Because just real quick to go back on that montage after that finished, I felt like it was halfway through the movie already, but it was only like 40 minutes in. It felt really out of place because it was there was a montage, but there was also actual scenes of them in Florida. So
yeah,
like that was a really long section for it to just be a setup. Um, but this transition, I did like the transition from when they're in Florida, everything felt relaxed and fun, and then it transitions to them back in Chicago, and it's all gritty and
yeah,
everything's dirty. I like that juxtaposition when they did that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they didn't do everything wrong, obviously, in the movie, but there was some parts. For the majority of it is just really clunky, and including this section again, because now they're back to battling the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the second time in the movie, and so you're like, all right, here's the finale, because we just went through the whole montage of like what they want to do. Now they're back, and they're gonna battle, and they're gonna get him, and boom, let's go home. Like that's it. But that still doesn't happen.
No.
So he ends up getting away. Now
3 times.
Yeah. Now, granted, that during that whole time there was a lot of funny banter between them, a lot of good lines. Like you said, the pants coming off. They're like, I ain't giving up we got some dignity. And Billy Crystal starts giving his pants, and he just tosses them like down past Julio. And so it forces what's his name to take off his pants and throw him down.
Ray.
He's like, yeah, that's how you do it. Is it that hard? So there's a lot of moments in there that are really funny to me. That was still enjoyable for the watch, but like it just the pacing of it is just so everywhere.
So like chaotic. Like
the
word is like
because those two rookie guys, when we meet them at the beginning, I thought they were not going to be part of the movie. Like I thought, oh, they were the undercover guys. All right, cool. They messed up the sting. Now they're done. But no, they're still part of it, and they become even more part of it. And it's like, wait, now these guys are in it, and we're doing something with them now.
Yeah.
And now we've got the origin story of the bad guy, and we've got the divorce wife that he loves.
Still here.
And now they're trying to retire. Like they were doing a lot. They did everything that they could do. They're like, let's do it all. Let's put it all into this movie. It's gonna be awesome. And that's what they went for.
Yeah, and then simultaneously, and then here we got another montage where they take the drug dealer's car, right, where they're trying to try to get it knows that they took one of his cars with the music, and then they pranked the this part was funny. I need to bring this up. When they're in the drug dealer's car, they call in the rookies to arrest the boyfriend of the lady that Ray's dating, like having an affair with, and like Billy Crystal has this really goofy like old lady's voice, and like you couldn't tell that I was one of them, doing that. And it was so funny. And then and of course when she sees them and like he was holding the handcuffs, I was like,
she just smiled. She was like, hey, thank you.
And bang her again. It's like pick her back. And then this part where like was it Crystal goes back to his apartment. By the way, I like his apartment. It's pretty fun. As a Chicago person, I guess. And his wife talks, and like it was weird, like that typical like rom-com or like just in general relationship things we see in movies. Like she's is frustrated with him being a child, and it's like it wasn't to be this boring, like sophisticated, like the boyfriend from the ladies. Like come on, like fun is more fun. Like being fun is better than being boring,
that was the only section where we got a little bit more expansion on any part of the story, really. It was a weird focus on their relationship in that section. That was one of the interesting things. I'm not gonna say bad things, but interesting things about the movie is that it put a lot of focus on what I felt were unimportant things. Like when they were playing basketball at the beginning when we first meet them and they get in a fight. It's like, why did we need to see that? I don't know. Then they play basketball with them later again when they're riding around the car. Why are we seeing this? Even the section where they're in the car and he's picking out tapes. Like they spend a whole few minutes of him flipping through the tapes and like, nah, I don't want this one, which like this was one of those borderline racist parts where he's like, they're all the same, la 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 la, whatever he says.
Yes, oh my god! And then we go to all the the Spanish streets, like because you could
Yeah,
tell they're like, oh,
yeah,
like this is
yeah.
where the Hispanic people is. Like, what the hell? What are you against me and my people? We give you good food and like good culture, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah. They
know.
didn't know it yet, man. It was still early on. It was,
Yeah, yeah, still alive. Yeah, yeah.
but
I
it was
mean,
just it's just weird how it spent time on stuff like that that just really didn't matter.
yeah,
Um, it was just kind of like, but I liked it because it kind of felt real life.
yeah,
That's why I won't say that it was bad that they did it, because there was a good part to it. Because that's what you would do, right? Like if you're riding with somebody looking through tapes, you'd spend time checking things out, talking about it. No, I'm not gonna play that one. I don't like that one.
yeah,
And then finally pop something in. So I like those kind of aspects. Yeah, I'd go play basketball for a little bit. That's cool. Like, yeah, that's something people would do. But it just didn't make sense with so much going on in the movie that they spent time showing us all these things.
all these things. Yeah, it was so funny and unnecessary things.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, the basketball thing was funny. I was like, they went back to that to just show that they can do the shot. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like everyone can do a shot. Like it's not that hard. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer them just going back to the Pepsi drink. That was more
Yeah,
trickier.
everybody can make one shot.
Yeah, right. Like you can do it. I can
Yeah,
do
but
it. And
first try, man. That was first try.
first try. Like yeah, yeah. It was funny. Jeff, you want to say anything else with this section? I like we're not.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
sir.
exactly. It's
No.
so crazy. Um, yeah, it's so weird too. The captain, like he's frustrated with them, but he's not shouting at them. Like like those typical captains shouting at the antagonist. Like you ever seen Last Action Hero, that running gag of the captain like shouting out to Arnold's character in Last Action Hero. Like it's kind of weird that this guy that like he doesn't shout at these like police these two hooligans basically of mass destruction. But anyway, that's another trope in the buddy
Yeah,
cop.
it's he doesn't like their style of work, but he
Yeah,
also respects it. It
yeah,
was
especially
weird.
yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Uh, so it's just this section is just crazy. So we're at like the half point of the movie, so we're like at the finale. So let's get into that because like
Okay.
is that the like I let's not indulge ourselves with this because this is where they bring out the Columbia section, folks. And I was like when they brought up the priest and the the priest and the nun from Colombia. When I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, please don't bring drugs. This is what I mean. How loose the plot is. It's first like weapons. I was like, okay, shipping weapons. That's cool. Then it's like, okay, we're gonna bust him with something, and then we're bringing drugs. I was like, okay, we're gonna get him in drugs, and so and this is another major thing. I remember this movie was the chase scene here. This is like the most well-known thing about this movie is the chase here. A really good chase scene where after they got a tip where they was it one of the associate criminals told them that there was like a package that was going to be delivered from Colombia from an airplane with some weapons, right? But it was a trick by the drug dealer, and so they check around like any flights to Colombia, and they see, excuse me, uh, Gonzalez hugging the priest and the nun, and so they have this like chase through the craziest thing ever to the train, like the rails of the train. Great
Yeah.
scene. I thought that was the best part about the movie was that. Um, so and they failed to capture Gonzalez again, and but while they interrogate, I love how they leave the priest and the nun, in the interrogation room, and they had to apologize when they open up the one of the doors, and it's like it wasn't drugs, it was a dozen, so they had to let them go. And but one of the vests has the drugs, which was large, like large shipment of cocaine from Colombia. So after that, this is where Gonzalo kidnaps Danny's ex-wife to exchange the shipment of the cocaine. He will let go Anne, right? And this reveals that he's still in love with her. and right away he barged in to his partner's department while he's having sex while the bike was flashing lights, which was funny, typical 80s, like with synth music in the background. And they trick the guy in the like the evidence room to like give them the drugs back. And then of course this is where we brought up the two young rookies meeting up in the bar and noticing that something's wrong, and they follow them to the meet up here. And then yeah, so after that, um after confirming the location to like trade her off from for the drugs that he confiscate from the evidence room. The final conversation is inside the high rise auditorium in the state of was it the uh Chicago Center. Pretty cool action scene. By the way, I didn't know it was Christmas too. That was another thing that like was kind of weird. Like you saw a
It's a
little bit of
Christmas movie.
yeah, it's a Christmas movie, I guess. So during the cheering fight, Danny and Ray rescue their could be. I love how the Wikipedia say rescue their could be proteges, the rookies, like they could be proteges, which is funny, in a way similar to their own rescuing. And then of course they killed the bad guy Gonzalez and very sweep. And then yeah, Anna and Danny rekindle. They kiss. I was like, oh, okay, they
What a
still have.
shock.
Yeah, what a shock! I was like, yeah, I knew they were gonna be together after that. Like after getting captured. Like, yeah, I'm going back to you, baby. I'm like, I still love you. After no reason, he was still a
It was the
funny guy.
trauma. It was the trauma that she went through.
Yeah, and then apparently they decide not to retire after this, so they're not gonna open their bar, and they're like they want to stick with Chicago. I'm like, okay, and then that's how we end the movie. And like the typical 80s, they have like the freeze frame of them like walking. They're like, like, I was like laughing so hard. It was like the freeze frame, like the Predator movie, the first
Yep.
Predator with the freeze frame of
Yeah.
all the. I was like, oh my god, so 80s. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. The running scare, fellas. The finale. Any thoughts on this section?
Uh,
This,
Hey,
Let
you know,
loose, Jeff. Let loose.
Let loose.
look. I survived it. I watched it. I survived it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm still here. Like, I made it, and
Yeah, you made it.
here I am. So, I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch the trailers, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm, I don't have much to say about this film. I'll be honest with you. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough to review a movie like this. This is a buddy cop film is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not like other movies we do. When we talk about, what I'm saying. It's tough when you do a buddy cop film.
Yeah. No,
It's a
yeah,
tough genre. To do movie reviews on.
yeah, it's kind of tough. Like especially when we get into like Rush Hour and Bad Boys, it's like they're doing the same thing. It's just they go very crazy with their like their police investigation, and and also their action is a little better than this movie. That's another thing. Like the Bad Boys movies, the first two movies are directed by Michael Bay, so like you're way more engaged of the craziness they do there. And then Rush Hour has Jackie Chan, like the king of Hong Kong cinema of action, and so you see him doing crazy shit, in all those three Rush Hour movies. And this is like, it's trying to be like it's trying to be this like realistic, cop, film. It is not to go too crazy, but then at the same time they do these, it's trying to be a comedy movie, but it's not it doesn't go too far with the comedy like in 80s movies like Ghostbusters or Caddyshack, or whatever crazy 80s movies that were funny, and it's like this movie tries to do one, like trying to balance that is kind of weird. And what we got here is an average, body cop movie. um Bird, any thoughts on the finale? Jeff already say his piece. Any thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, pure cinema.
There's-
What else?
Yeah, yeah. The-
No, I mean, like, I'll definitely give it props on that car chase scene.
Yeah.
The use of practical effects of all the cars and everything actually crashing, going through those city streets. I mean, you don't see that often anymore, unless it's a
No.
Nolan movie,
Nolan
big
movie. Yeah.
budget. But these smaller budget movies, you don't see that anymore.
No.
And they did a really good job on that car scene. They did not do a really good job on the any of the shooting scenes.
No.
Anytime they were shooting guns, it's totally unbelievable. These bad guys have worse aim than stormtroopers.
Yes.
But again, like the what made it work was the chemistry that the two guys had and what they would say. They were so calm during all these shootings, and when
Yeah.
they're like talking like, "Oh, I got him with all 6 shots." Like, no, that was me getting them. Like, no, was it? You missed with all yours. No, I got him. Like they did that a few times, which
Yeah.
was entertaining.
And
Like
then
there was
that
a lot
guy
of
came
stuff like
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a lot of stuff like that was entertaining with whenever the bad shooting scenes were around, but everything just happened so quickly at times and then so slowly at times, and that's what messed up. It's just the pacing of the movie as a whole was all over the place,
Yeah.
and it hurt it. That's what hurt the movie. For me, I didn't know Billy Crystal as a action guy.
No.
So to see him in that role was a little bit jarring for me, but I thought he was pretty good in it. Now, did he actually look the part whenever he was in his tank and Skimpy's? No,
No.
but neither did Gregory. Neither of them really looked like they were. They weren't Commando. They weren't Arnie. Um,
Yeah.
or even Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's not a big dude. Bruce Willis is not a big, strong dude, but they looked more the part than these two guys. And again, I think that also kind of hurt the overall movie. I do want to bring up the line real quick when they were at Julio's house to arrest him, and they bust the door down. There's two cronies there. They grab one of them, and they tell him to put his gun down or something. He's like, "Oh, no hablo inglés," and they're like,
English.
"Oh,
Yeah.
okay. How about you hablo Smith and Wesson?"
Winston.
I thought that was hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah. When you say that, I was like, oh no. Don't do that. It was funny. I was like, yeah. And then they dropped their guns to that. It's like, yeah, that was like you understood that.
Yeah. I thought that was really funny. I wasn't expecting that, and that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that final scene where
Yeah.
when they're in the shootout with Julio,
Yeah.
that just happened so quickly, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, he's gonna get back up, right? Like
Yeah, he did.
it's not
And-
done yet. No, but after when he went down the escalators, I thought he
yeah.
was gonna get back up or something
Get
at
up,
that point
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I thought something else was gonna happen. I thought there was gonna be more wrap up with the rookie guys because they were involved in that whole scene too. But no, everything was just like, all right, we got him. They kiss with the ex-wife, and I guess they're back together now. The black dude, I guess, has that other girl now, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the boyfriend got arrested, so
yeah, well, he's got to get let go, right? If they let go
yeah.
Julio
Well,
that
yeah.
first
I
time,
mean,
they've got to let him go.
yeah, that's true.
And then yeah, it just finishes with them vaguely saying that they're probably not going to retire because apparently they were going to try and do a part 2, but that never happened. So they kind of left it
No.
open, I would assume.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah, the movie did okay. But it didn't do like big box office numbers, so fortunately. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I couldn't see a sequel to this. I to be honest. I mean, like I like the pairing, but it just wasn't like. It's not like Mel Gibson or Danny Glover where you like you get your the franchise can like be lifted by them, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could do it again with this movie, you know. Why
Yeah.
not? Um, speaking of the rookies, at least they got cigars. Like they showed the
Oh
okay, we
yeah,
like
I guess
yeah,
they
yeah.
did.
It's
Yeah,
like here, give
that's
them
their wrap up
this
story.
story. I was like, it's like okay, they're one of us now. It's like here, give them the cigars, and it's
Yeah,
like okay,
yeah, that was sweet. That was
yeah, that
sweet.
was sweet. Yeah, yeah, I was surprised they survived during that battle. Oh, you know what was weird? It was so stupid. It's like why did he have to climb up to the window and like you know, like how many like it wasn't so many guards around the building. Like he could easily sneak around. Like
Yeah,
I didn't understand why he needed to climb up to the window and like
no, there
when
was there, there was a lot that like why
yeah,
did they bring the girl back up the elevator to put her next to
next to the
uh
bit of crystal. Yeah,
yeah.
that one was weird. Oh, sorry. I yeah, this part I'm like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. But yeah,
Yeah, no, there was a lot of stuff like that. Like, why do you say, "Hey," after they thought you were dead? Just start shooting. Just start shooting at them instead
yeah,
of giving them a warning. You know, it reminds
yeah.
me of the Doctor Evil and his son.
Oh, yeah. Like when Scotty like
Yeah, yeah,
complains,
Scotty.
Scotty
Yeah, I
complains
got a
about
gun right over there. I can
over
go
there. I
grab
can
it.
grab it and kill this guy, and bam. Yeah, yeah. I know from the Austin Powers movies, like he
Yeah,
literally could actually save the movie by like killing him right there, and then like Doctor Evil just does the like the
yeah.
long and like predictable thing as an evil person.
He's like, he just
Just
doesn't get it, and that's what it
doesn't
was
get
with this movie. It's like, why do you get up and go, "Hey," and then start shooting instead of
Chester.
just
Yeah,
place your gun on the rail, get a good aim in there, and just bat.
that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to. Well, yeah. It's so funny. And I speaking of Scotty, I always love when he was starting to be liked by his father. When he started to give him things that he wanted, like the shark with the laser beams. Like
Uh-huh.
it's like
Dude,
I'm so
that movie
happy.
is. I don't know if
Uh,
it still hits now, but at that time it was hidden.
yeah. Oh my god, that was emotional. It was. I heard the actor treat it as like a drama. Like when every time they bring up Scotty with Doctor Evil is like it's treated as a drama than a
Yeah,
comedy,
yeah,
and I found that hilarious because it's so funny when he's like, "Why you left me?" Like and it's like he's trying to get his love and accepted by his father.
yeah,
He's pure evil.
yeah.
All right.
And that's running scared is go watch Austin Powers.
Yeah, just watch other good '80s movies like Commando, Predator, Lethal Weapon, 48 Hours, and really Beverly Hills Cop, great
Yeah,
movie.
that's another good one.
Yeah, yeah. We need to review that some point. Um, yeah. So fellas, let's do our ratings here. Starting with you, Bird. What's your rating for this movie?
Oh man, this is gonna be the highest rating I've done for you guys.
Oh,
10
really?
out of 10 right here.
Really?
Pure entertainment.
Just Bird?
uh, is the only movie I'll give a 10 out. No, I mean it was a fun watch.
Hmm.
It was a fun. Will I watch it again? Probably not. Um,
No.
if somebody's watching it, I'll be like, yeah, let's watch it. This is gonna be fun. Uh, a five out of 10.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I mean that's kind of reasonable.
Me too.
yeah,
I'll give it a 5.
yeah.
Okay. I will be the one that's gonna high. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey,
I'll
you.
just
It's sentimental for you, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just give it as like a 6 out of 10. I think it's decent. It's nothing special, you know, about this movie. So just have low expectations. It's a decent body count film, but it's not as good as like really the others. We
Yeah.
have brought up in this live stream. So, but yeah, but thank you guys for taking your time. I was so happy. Finally, I watched this movie. My dad was bugged. Like he always brought this movie up with the song and all that, and I was like, okay, I need to see this movie. One point. But yeah. So thank you guys for making this day very
Yeah.
special, and it was a good day. I went to church mainly for food, but and blessings, but mainly the food, and I'm happy that I talked to you guys with a movie that's connected to my dad. So that's
No,
great.
yeah, this was fun, man. I
Yeah.
think I think if you got a group of people that are looking for a movie to watch and just
Mhm.
kind of put on in the background and make some jokes while you're watching, this is a perfect movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good background like
Hmm.
movie to watch when you do something uh working or whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, let's do what Jeff is asking. I'm ready to do trailer reactions. And we
All
got
right.
a bunch of trailers here. So let's start with the Punisher one, because that will
Mm.
be kind of quick. In the contest, this year is going to be a good Punisher movie, a good Punisher year, because he's going to be not only in this special, he's going to be in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. If you haven't seen the trailer or the announcement or whatever. So yes, this is going to be our first time having a special presentation since Guardians the Christmas special after Werewolf by Night. Great special presentation. Everyone's been asking Marvel to like do a special presentation, and it just took so long because things happened with the studio and restructure and all that. So I was very happy to hear that the Punisher was going to be the next character to be the special presentation. That's good, and I like Frank Castle, John Bernthal, great version of this character, and we got him back for season 1 of Born Again. So just wrapping up the information here. This presentation is going to be after season 2 of Born Again wraps up in May, and so this is going to be released in May 12th. I guess that'll be a Friday or something like that. So let me put on the trailer for you guys.
Hey, Frank.
Can you hear it, guys?
How you doing, brother?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? I'm not sure about me. But you ain't got a fucking chance. That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
All right, that was the Punisher. One last kill, which is not true. It's not his last kill. He's gonna be killing more after this presentation. What are you guys' thoughts? Starting with you, Jeff, because you say you saw this trailer.
I don't really have that much to say about it, honestly. I mean, it's a very short trailer. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, nothing. There's nothing too exciting really going on there for me to really have a lot to say. To be honest with you, I like it. It looks good. I mean, it looks. It looks like Punisher. Looks like John Bernthal's Punisher. I like John Bernthal as Punisher, so yeah, it should be good, I mean, I didn't see anything bad about it.
Yeah.
No.
Just I mean, just wish he has his costume on more, but that's fine. I mean,
Sure, yeah. That's just
Yeah.
that's one critique you could have. That's fair.
yeah, but I mean, I'm used to it now with him in this version. Bird, your thoughts on One Last Kill? This is your first time seeing this, I think.
I actually saw this trailer a couple
Okay.
days ago. So this comes out after Brand New Day? Or before?
Yeah, before Brand New Day comes out in July.
Okay.
Yeah, Brand New Day. So what Marvel has said that it's gonna be after the events of Born Again and the special presentation. So
Okay.
So-
So we know he doesn't die.
yeah, no, he's not gonna die.
Because that's what it feels like to me. Well, watching this trailer, it feels like Logan.
Yeah.
Like when I watched that trailer, that's what it feels like. It's his last shot, and he's gonna basically sacrifice himself, and that's the end of him.
Yeah.
But that's not the case, I guess. If this is before Brand New Day, that fire sequence looks like some kind of dream to me. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true. I don't, but that's what it looks like. And that's kind of interesting that he's going through like some stuff in his mind. They haven't really explored that. So, yeah, I mean, for the Punisher, it's one of those where I don't really need a trailer. Like you go, oh, we got another Punisher show or we got another Punisher movie.
Yeah.
All right, like I'm gonna watch it. Even if they're like, yeah, well, we've got a brand new movie with a brand new actor, and it's the Punisher. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna watch it. I don't really need a trailer for one of those, but it's cool to kind of get an idea of what's happening. It looks like it's gonna be pretty intense.
Yeah. I mean, as always for
Yep.
this version.
Seeing him pull his knife out like that there at the end is nice. Like that's a pretty badass shot.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. I always prefer the Punisher wearing the bulletproof vest with the logo on it. It's really cool. Like, we saw that with Warzone, the movie with the late great Ray Stevens. I always like that kind of version of the Punisher costume. You know, so it's kind of neat that we're doing that again. I always like him with the beard, because that's something that's new with John. It's like he has the beard, and like, because sometimes Frank is always clean shaving sometimes in
Mhm.
versions of stories and comic books and cartoons and stuff like that. So it's cool to see like a Punisher with beard. So I think it
Yeah,
makes
because the
sense.
beard is rugged, right?
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
we've all got
Rugged.
the beards because we're all rugged fellas.
Yeah, all of us are beard. We're all rugged. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's okay if we wear midriffs too.
So,
Exactly.
no, no.
we could run across the beach and hug. It's no problem. We got
No.
beards.
and roller skate out
Roller
together
skate.
in banks.
The banks, yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, we're done. We're gonna open our bar, and then you're slide. I'm like, slide.
Yeah, that's a really funny difference though between the '80s and the stuff that comes out now. Because in the '80s,
Yeah.
that was man stuff. Is like you're
Yeah.
wearing those short shorts and those little shirts, and you're hugging each other in the beach.
Yeah, beach.
And now it's like
romance.
you got a beard and you're killing, and there's blood everywhere. It's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah, it's totally big difference. No bromance.
No.
To see in Punisher. Back then, we really embraced our bromance. It's like, yeah, we like each other.
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah, very excited. Yeah, very excited for the special presentation. Not to say, I'm excited they're adapting some certain things from the comic books. Oh, his friend, the guy that narrates briefly at the beginning, is called Curtis Hull. That's his close friend from the Navy. That's from the Netflix show. So it's good that we're bringing another major like supporting character from his show, which is nice. To connect more with the Netflix show universe,
Right.
Marvel Cinematic Universe as usual. But yeah, and I hopefully this is long too. Hopefully a long episode or movie, whatever you want to call this special. But yeah, so very excited for this one. And so far, Born Again is good. I don't know, Bird, you haven't watched the season 2. It's really good right now.
Yeah, I'm up to date on it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to come with us and discuss it because it's been really good. Episode 4, fantastic.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I checked out the episode 4 review you guys did, and
Yeah.
I talked about milkshakes being my favorite drink. The banana milkshake
Yeah.
being my favorite drink.
Really? Oh my god. I need to try it out. I tried various milkshakes like Oreo milkshake. That's my favorite. Of course chocolate and then strawberry and whatnot. But I don't know. Oh, my personal favorite. Forget about the Oreo one. The cotton candy milkshake. That was heaven for me. I haven't tried that in a while.
No, I stay healthy. I go with fruits, so banana.
That's so boring. Oh my god, Bird, what are you doing to us? Okay, all right. Let's get into it. So we did a Marvel thing. Let's do a DC thing. Supergirl. I kind of agree with Jeff. We saw the teaser trailer for Supergirl. It felt like I kind of agree with Cyber, who's not with us here. But we were discussing this in um last week, Friday, when we were done with Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. He discussed that so far this movie feels too much like a Guardians movie, with the song mix,
Mhm.
picking and all that. And I can understand where he's coming from. I think Jeff brought it as well, like the tone and how it's not like your usual Supergirl storytelling that I like. That's kind of dark and a little more like a little more like the Lantern show that we saw briefly a couple months ago with the teaser trailer. Um, but I like this new trailer. I think it tells more of like a dramatic story. I thought the song pick made a lot of sense. It's not
Mhm.
cheerful. It's more like downbeat. But I let me show you guys this trailer and we kind of discuss it more in detail. But give me a second here.
Just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people. Home is wherever you are, buddy.
As I walk this land of road,
Crypto and I at least had each other.
I have visions of
Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The Brigands carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
now what becomes of the broken hearted. All I know is now be parted.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. Lot of pain, huh? Lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
All right, Supergirl. I thought it was a better trailer than the last one. I'm very excited. So before I get to you guys, sorry, I'm a big fan of Supergirl. Let me bring it up as a DC fan. She's like my second favorite after Batman. I thought she's a better character than Superman. I think she's more complex, much darker than Clark Kent. In terms of emotion and psychological depth. But at the same time, I think you can make her character not as good. I I personally don't hate the Supergirl show, but like, it wasn't my version of Supergirl. So hopefully this movie does a good job depicting her, especially because it's based on just kind of give just it's loosely adapting the Tom King run from the Women of Tomorrow that came out 2021 through 2022. It's eight issue run, so that was something that Cyber asked me about, and I gave him the link to like read the comic book before the movie comes out. But yeah, just let me start you guys first. Bird, your thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, this is not the Helen Slater Supergirl
No,
anymore.
no, this is a completely new version.
Yeah, so obviously there's going to be a big divide, just like there was when Cornsweat was made the new Superman. But I'm looking forward to it. I like this trailer. That song was a banger. I would watch it just because of that song. Even though I'm sure that song is not going to be in the movie, but it was a good song for the trailer. This whole thing about it looking like Guardians of the Galaxy or reminding people of Guardians of the Galaxy, I think that James Gunn and that movie kind of cornered the market on if you do a fight scene with like a soul song, then you're automatically Guardians of the Galaxy. And there's a lot of movies that do that now. I think that movie just kind of started that. It's a fad. Like it's gonna go away as soon as something else comes up. Like when Tarantino was doing his movies, people were copying his style with some of the music choices in his movies, right? And then that went away and something else, and so everything gets reminded of Guardians because that was such a new thing at the time and it was impactful. So I don't, whatever. It's just a thing that movies are doing now. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it or not. Sometimes if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The movie Love Hurts with Ki Wong short round.
Yeah, short round.
They did it in that movie, and I don't think it worked in that movie. But there's other movies that have done it that it works there. Like when Superman did it with
Punk Rock.
No, with Mr. Terrific, his scene.
The last 5 years song.
Yeah, like that worked.
Oh yeah, of course.
So if you do it properly, I don't care where the inspiration comes from or what it reminds you of. Like if it works, it works, and we'll see what happens in this movie. It may or may not work. They may or may not use songs like that in the actual movie. I don't know. This could have been just for the trailer. I like the song on the trailer. I like the trailer. I think that Lobo and Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa dressed as Lobo. Whenever he's in a movie now, that's what we get. Jason Momoa's Aquaman, his Lobo, his Wrecking Crew, his whatever he's in, like he's Jason Momoa as whatever character he's playing. Like that's just who he is. I'm fine with that. I'm not expecting a whole lot with him, He's entertaining, he's got charisma, so I'm cool with him being in the movie. He looks the part, so that's cool. But overall I'm looking forward to it. So
I agree. Jeff, your thoughts on this new trailer?
I'm okay with it. I mean, that's pretty much it, Andres. I'll be honest with you. I don't have a ton to say about this one. I really, it just looks okay to me, but nothing all that special. Nothing that really changes my mind all that much. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, we'll see, how this movie ends up being, I'm not sure at this point.
Yeah. I get that too. I'm just a fan of the Super Family, so
yeah. I'm with you, Bird. I'm a Super Family fan as well. Like I never liked the idea from DC that Batman and Superman should be like the main focus. Like besides the supporting characters, like it's always cool to see their like family members to be involved in the stories, like Robin or whoever,
Mhm.
and I was so happy to see that Gunn was gonna make Supergirl be important to his like DC plans, and I understand the complaints, and obviously Jeff and Cyber brought up the very valid points. Speaking of Cyber, I kind of agree when he say, you know, uh, the last trailer and this one, especially he brought up a really interesting point in his trailer reaction that I saw. It's weird that I know it's if you see the movie and the story that it's based on, it is weird to see like a Aminal being the main focus again. If you pay attention to that, we saw Krypto and Superman. Obviously, the Guardians films, like particularly the third one, focused on Rocket. I know it's like a thing with Gunn. Of course, Gunn is a big Aminal person. He's activist, and plus he's a big Aminal lover, so it makes sense. You get this focus on these creatures. In the superhero stories he does, and I don't have a problem with that. I think he does a good job with this, and I trust this director. I mean, this director did Itanya and did the better Disney remakes, Cruella. So I have faith on this film to be good. To
Yeah.
tell a good story. And I agree with you, Bird, about the music. He did a good job using the music in his films as well. So just like Gunn. So I'm not.
Oh yeah,
too worried
Cruella
about-
was great. I thought.
Yeah, I like that too. I saw it in theaters with my mom. It's pretty good. I just posting the Sun that they used for this trailer. You wanted to see it. Oh, I should have put it in the private chat. Oh my god, I'm not used to doing that in my chat. You can check it right there. The song is called "What Becomes of the Broken Heart." That was the song you heard for this trailer. But yeah, so I'm excited for it. I mean, it's my second excitement for DC film. My number one is Clayface. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my god, I'm so excited for another Batman focused villain, and it's gonna be Clayface, which is cool. So yeah, that's gonna be a horror movie, which is nice. All right, so our last one on I'm doing this because it's my age, and it's gonna be HBO Max. I don't know. We're gonna review this maybe. I don't know, but this is the new Harry Potter show that's going to be based on the first film. The was it the Philosopher's Stone? Um, I know. It's going to be on December 26th. Say, I think it's coming out. And this is a popular. What is it? Book series. That came out in 1997. It's all 7 books in total, and yeah, it's became a big juggernaut franchise. And the last Harry Potter related thing we had was that Fantastic Beast movies, which did okay, but it didn't live up to expectations. So Warner Brothers are making a new thing of Harry Potter in HBO, which is nice. At least they're gonna spend money. And yeah, Ray carries. Anyone big fan of Harry Potter? Bird, your family into that or not?
My family loves Harry Potter. I do not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah. Jeff, any opinions about the you're in?
I mean, I don't know. They race swapped Snipe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Yeah, we'll discuss that. Yeah. Nervous and kind of curious about the show. So let's get into it. Yeah, nothing will replace Alan Rickman as Snape. Snape is great in the movies.
I told you. You are a normal boy. And you're going to start acting like one. You think you're something special?
The worst haircut ever.
There is nothing special about you.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and clever, and they stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you will be in Hogwarts.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you. Let's see who you are.
Are you really Harry Potter?
Christmas 2026. Alright. That's Harry Potter. Yeah, we're getting it. New show. Yeah. Oh, something. This is a weird detail. I didn't know this. You know, in the movies when the kids had to walk up to their what do you call it, their dormitories, right, to their houses. So apparently, those movie stairs were not from the books. It's actually a thing that the movies created. So I'm very curious if they're gonna like bring that over to the series because I that was a detail I discovered what one of the breakdowns I saw for this trailer we got for a couple weeks ago. Anyway, any thoughts on this trailer? Let me start with you, Jeff. I know you probably have a couple.
Nah, I don't really have much to say about it. I mean, it looks like it'll be okay. It looks like it'll be all right. I mean, I don't really have much. I don't really have much to say about Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's a required taste. Yeah. Bert, your thoughts on this movie? And kind of curious why you're not into this Harry Potter franchise. Why?
Yeah, I just thought the story of it was it's weird to say because like I'm hyped for He-Man and Supergirl and I like Daredevil or whatever, but it's just unbelievable to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, something about this story about kids getting sent off to wizard school and the teachers there are all just like, yeah, go and do whatever. That thing might kill you over there, but like that's part of our school, so whatever. And like there's a bad guy that's walking around the castle, so watch out for that.
Right.
Yeah, you've got this scar on your face, and we know that something's going on with you, but still, you gotta go to your classes and just do like it's just come on, like what are we doing here? It doesn't land for me. There are cool aspects to it again because like there is this sort of fantasy that I do like, I do like fantasy stuff, but this one just was a little too much for me for whatever reason, and I just don't buy into it. I don't buy into it.
Wow.
But having said that, if I compare this show to the movies, because I have seen the movies, like I said, the family loves Harry Potter. I've got all my kids love Harry Potter. So I watched all the movies. They've read the books, and we went to Universal just a few weeks ago and went to whatever Hogwarts over. Like it looks dope out there, so I can appreciate some of the aspects of it. But yeah, like if I compare this show, what I see in this show compared to the movies, this looks way better than the movies as far as quality. The directing looks great. It looks like it's got some really good shots in there. The coloring looks pretty good. Like there's some shaky cam in there, which I like. That gives it like a little grounded kind of feel to it, which I think is cool for this show.
Yeah.
The characters all look pretty good too. They seem to be a little bit more accurate aside from Snape.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with that. Alan Rickman was great Alan Rickman's great. So, you can't badmouth Alan Rickman on anything.
No.
But I don't have a problem with him being swapped. But that's because I'm not married to the story or to the characters or anything. So I don't care. You can swap Harry Potter. I don't care. And it can be Harriet Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and that's fine with me. So yeah, but overall the show looks pretty good. If the kids want to watch it, I'll probably watch it with them and see.
hey, it's a good Christmas thing to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sure,
it's
we
like,
can check it out.
yeah, I, it's kind of convenient they releasing it the end of the year, Christmas, which is hilarious.
I did think that it's funny the two trailers of Supergirl and this one, the music for the trailers are kind of like the opposites of what we normally have. We normally have the trailers that have like this upbeat or funky kind of music, or we have the trailers that have like this more ethereal kind of like atmospheric type music. And we got both of them in the trailers that we just watched, which is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, and both from Warner Brothers, Supergirl.
Yeah.
Brother. That's something I just realized now. But yeah, I kind of agree where you're coming from, Bird. So I'm more of a movie Harry Potter fan than a book fan. I haven't read. I mean, I just read the first book for a school thing, and that was really it. I'm more of a movie fan, and I grew up watching the movies, starting from the fourth movie, the Goblin Fire, up to the last movie. That was Deathly Hallows Part 2, and yeah, I mean it was part of my childhood growing up, and it was heavily influenced, the type of movies we were getting, the young adult novels like Twilight and my personal favorite, the Hunger Games movies, which they're still making, which is cool. But yeah, so I'm not too concerned. I mean, it's not like the awful remake of Moana. Like at least like at least this one's going to be very different from the movies, because there's a lot of things they cut out from the movies that the TV show can now adapt and like faithfully adapt it. So that's the one good thing about this show. And even the casting is like, Dumbledore has been like being played by 3 actors. It's not like the first time that we got a recasting of this, like other prominent Harry Potter characters. Like we got like a live Broadway show, and so yeah, it's just, so I'm very curious what kind of version this show is. I'm happy it's going to be 8 episodes. That's good. I think that's a good number. Episode 8 or 10 episodes of a season is good. Not
as long as they're like 45 minutes or somewhere around there. If they're less than that, it's I mean, also depends on the story that they're telling.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first book, and the first movie did faithfully adapt to it, but there are just things that they cut out. I heard from the first movie that didn't work out for obvious reason, for pacing and all that. So they can able to adapt this, and plus this HBO, which is good. That's the thing. It's like you gotta have a more cinematic, feel to it still, which is good. And this HBO, which is nice. It's a very respectable and prestige network, which is nice, and so that's good. And very curious about how they can deliver that. And apparently they say they're going to do 10 years with this season, following the 7 books, so at least that's a good thing. So at least they're not like chipping out with the series, so at least they're in a good network that actually going to spend money, and will like same level of House of Dragon and the type of fantasy shows that we kind of got with HBO. So this is not a new territory for them to adapt to this kind of level of fantasy stuff. This is going to be more fantasy than Game of Thrones, I have to say, because Game of Thrones never really dive into like more of the fantasy stuff, like except for the dragons. That was really it. And there's some magic in some seasons, but they never went too far with the magic, like the books I heard from more Game of Thrones experts, but yeah, I think that's really it to say. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate your time and your awesome opinion about Running Scare and these trailer your reactions. I will never forget about the short shorts and then the rolling skates in the bag. That's gonna sleep in my mind now. So let me plug you guys out. Let me do quickly MCU Bleeding Edge stuff very quickly before you, Bird. I got your channel up because I was a little worried I couldn't find your channel for some reason.
Weird.
So yeah, it's because the tile of room upstairs. I had to put the podcast afterwards.
yeah.
So MC Bleeding Edge content. Wednesday, we're back again for Daredevil Born Again episode 5 review. I think Jeff, you're gonna moderate that, or Cyber. I think we need to double check that. But Friday, Monarch, we're back again for Monarch: The Legacy of Monsters season 2 episode 8 review. So that's our schedule, and please join us. We'll have a good discussion, and hopefully we will have guests too as well. So now, yeah. So let me pull your channel, Bird, and just give me a second. I'm very old. I don't know how to do these technology.
Technology.
Yes, yeah. These technology is very annoying. Okay, so get your channel here. Go ahead, sir. Do your magic, sir.
All right. So, yeah, we are the Room Upstairs podcast, and yes, you got to put on that podcast to make it easier to find.
Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube for videos, but we're also on socials where we post other stuff and chat about movies. But our podcast is a battle podcast. It's 4 of us, and we take an original movie and its remake and battle them against each other. Try and figure out which one's the better one and why it's better or worse. So there's some of the movies we've done.
Like The Thing, the 51 versus 82 one.
Yeah.
The Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
80, and then
we got Fantastic Four in there, the Hulk.
Yep.
We've done RoboCop, Dread. What else? Planet of the Apes movies, Godzilla, King Kong.
King Kong.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah. A lot of the verses.
Yeah. I think next we're gonna do the Manchurian Candidate.
Oh, really?
Which both of those are awesome movies. So that's gonna be a good battle.
Yeah. Yes. You guys are awesome. You're always welcome from the Andreas Pop Culture Talk and the NCBD Edge. As always, Bird, you guys are awesome to talk with, movies or TV, whatever, you guys been a blast. And thank you for coming. You guys have been awesome. So
most definitely.
Yeah. So that's really it. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'll be back again for another live stream view of The Green Room. Hopefully that will pan out. If not, I'll switch another movie, maybe a modern one. That's also modern too, Green Room. So that's going to be in April 26th. That's going to be our next live stream view. I'll keep you guys updated for any changes or whatnot. So in the meantime, have a good night. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Signing off.